recorded program is a paid advertisement by the Chris McKay Show, presented by Newton's Neutrals. We offer this program as a service to our listeners. The station and its management do not endorse or object to the information, views, or opinions discussed in the program.
Hello and welcome to another edition of Discoveries in Health. I'm your host, Chris McKay, and I'm really glad you're with me today because today we're going to be talking about an issue that affects each and every one of us, and that's stress. And believe it or not, whether it's job stress, financial stress, family stress, or even the little things that we're told not to stress about, any form of stress takes a serious physical toll on your body. But don't worry, because there is something you can do about your stress. And joining me today on the phone is Dr. Michael Pincus. And Dr. Pincus is going to talk about stress and give us some great information on things that we can do to reduce and eliminate the negative effects that daily stress has on our bodies. For those of you that may not know Dr. Pincus, he is a nationally recognized authority on natural and alternative health. He's worked with top Hollywood celebrities, professional and Olympic athletes, and he's involved in the latest research into today's top health concerns. And Dr. Pincus, thanks so much for being with us today.
Thanks, Chris. Great to be with you.
So let's get right into this whole stress issue. Well, stress is such a normal part of our daily routine these days, but why should we all be concerned about it? And more specifically, what's going on in our bodies and what are the warning signs that we should be looking for?
Well, there's two ways to look at stress. One is what we call mental stress. The other is how stress affects your body. As a doctor, I'm more interested in how it affects your body. The way stress affects the body is this. When a person's under stress, the body transposes the stress into tension.
Okay.
And your muscles end up contracting. In their upper back and neck, you feel the tightness?
Right.
As a doctor, I'm more concerned about the muscles that you don't feel, such as the muscles in the arteries.
Oh, okay.
And the muscles, the heart is a giant muscle.
All right.
And the muscles in your digestive tract. Because these are the things that are resulting in heart disease, digestive difficulties. And I want to talk a little bit in your show today about nutrition because there are two nutrients that completely handle the body in terms of stress.
Okay, for motivation.
It's a simple calcium and magnesium.
Calcium and magnesium.
Right.
Okay.
When you're deficient in calcium and magnesium, a lot of things can happen. Calcium and magnesium, for example, is needed in order to go to sleep at night. And how many people do you know they just don't sleep well? You wake up tired, your body hurts more, pretty soon it starts to wear you down, and pretty soon you get sick and you have a condition. So people are suffering from pain and osteoporosis and fibromyalgia and cramps in their legs. So there's something wrong with the system. What it has to do is not how much calcium they're taking in their diet, how many calcium supplements or how many antacids. What has to do with simple absorption is that calcium getting absorbed into your body.
With calcium,
But you see, 1% of the calcium actually circulates in your blood. So when that 1% starts to drop, organs and your body shuts down and actually dies. So 1% of the calcium always has to be in your system. And there's two sources of calcium. One is in the diet,
yeah,
and two is from the bones themselves.
the body will absorb it. Okay. The calcium from the bones instead
Sarah.
First of all, people don't do that.
right.
And second of all, the quality of the calcium that comes from our diet has been decreasing in the last 50 years.
SRT reminds you of a real day.
Foods are irradiated. The calcium is leached from the soil. People are taking medications that block it. So the actual calcium is not being absorbed in the body.
Okay.
And then you see people taking Tums and calcium supplements. You know, don't absorb in the body. For a couple reasons. One, when you take let's say an antacid the
That's
past,
very lucky.
like a
Good care for our
First of all, calcium does not absorb in the body unless it's in an acidic environment. But see, what happens when you take a tum? It's an antacid.
Oh, okay.
So even if you're getting calcium in the antacid itself, it's not being absorbed.
I see, because it has to be in an acid environment for it to be absorbed.
Exactly.
Okay.
Now, we have a product called the CalMax formula. My CalMax formula is natural, and the difference is that it's a powder. And what happens is you put it in hot water, and you mix it up, and you drink it down. So it's in a liquid instead of a pill. And it absorbs into your system.
Wow. So that solves that problem then.
Well, yeah, because when calcium and magnesium are in a liquid state, it absorbs 10 times better than any other state.
Wow, that's really great. In fact, yes, I'm reading the can right now. It says a fast absorbing calcium and magnesium beverage.
Are you on high blood pressure medication? You need something for your kidneys. Are you on pain medication? You need sleeping pills. If the calcium and especially the magnesium is being absorbed, you're not going to suffer from all that. Like
Offer to the center of the Dodge Wagon. Stairs or T-shirt. Includes story.
I have thousands of people listening to Dr. Pincus. I can't believe it. 30 minutes after I took the CalMax, the pain in my wrist went away, or I was able to sleep for the first time in years. This is really amazing.
I want to take a moment here to let you listeners know
Very
that you
good,
can
very
get
good.
a free book about calcium and magnesium and try Dr. Pincus's CalMax formula. There's a special toll-free number you can call. It's 1-800-827-1205. Now, CalMax is a unique blend of calcium and magnesium that gets absorbed into your bloodstream so you can replace those vital nutrients that your body burns up when you experience stress. And I want to let you know that Dr. Pincus has arranged a very special introductory offer. It's only available to you listeners. So when you call, be sure to mention this program and you get a risk-free trial of CalMax. Again, this is only available to you listeners and only if you call this toll-free number. It's 1-800-827-1205. So if you're feeling the symptoms of stress, the lack of sleep, the low energy, pain and stiffness in your muscles and joints, your body is telling you it's lacking the calcium and magnesium it needs to handle the effects of everyday stress. You know, if you're concerned maybe about improve your heart health, your digestive health, and even reduce or eliminate the effects of stress, I encourage you, try the CalMax formula. All you have to do is pick up the phone and call 1-800-827-1205. And when you do call today, you're also going to get that free book. It's called The User's Guide to Calcium and Magnesium. And folks, this book is packed with all the information about why your calcium needs change with age. Calcium's role in cardiovascular health, osteoporosis, diabetes, depression, fatigue. It's all in this very informative book.
Oh, yeah, and Chris, listen, I'd like to do something very special for the listeners today, so I'm going to give away an extra free bottle of my CalMax formula to the first 100 callers.
Well, thank you for doing that, Dr. Pincus. I really appreciate it. Folks, this just keeps getting better and better. So you get to try CalMax absolutely risk-free. And if you're one of the first 100 callers, you're going to get an extra free bottle. Plus, you're going to get that free book. So the number to call is 1-800-827-1205. And remember, you have absolutely nothing to lose because you can try CalMax absolutely risk-free. So that number to call is 1-800-827-1205. I'll give it to you again. It's 1-800-827-1205. If you're just joining us, I've got Dr. Michael Pincus on the phone today, and we're talking about something that we're all too familiar with these days, and that's stress. And we're finding out about the damage that everyday stress can do to our bodies, the warning signs that we should be aware of, and what we can do to alleviate and even eliminate the effects of stress. And Dr. Pincus, you were talking earlier about calcium and magnesium and how we need these nutrients in our bodies to fight the effects of stress, and how your CalMax formula can help us in this battle against stress. I'd like to talk for a minute about how the magnesium factors in. I mean, I'm starting to understand about the calcium, but what does magnesium do?
Well, we're talking about stress, and we're talking about stress affects the body.
Because you can't share.
First of all, in order to function at all, your body needs magnesium. It's probably, of all the vitamins I could list, magnesium is probably the most important vitamin on the planet right now.
I've not heard a whole lot about magnesium. I mean, why is magnesium so important?
There's over 325 biochemical reactions that magnesium is involved with. It's almost like a hormone.
Wow.
And, for example, with low levels of magnesium, your heart won't beat.
Ooh.
Very important factor in life.
Yeah,
Right?
I would say so.
Yeah, in fact, let me just read a list of some of the conditions associated with magnesium deficiencies.
Okay.
You have attention deficit disorder, Alzheimer's, anxiety, asthma, autism, chronic fatigue syndrome, congestive heart disease, constipation, diabetes, fibromyalgia, high blood pressure, insomnia, migraine headache, multiple sclerosis, muscle cramps, Parkinson's, osteoporosis, and the list just goes on and on and on.
And this is associated with a lack of magnesium in the body?
Simply a lack of magnesium.
Holy cow.
So it's nothing to really mess around with. Now what happens is this. You need the magnesium in your body in order for the calcium to be absorbed.
Oh, so it's a necessary thing in order to get the first component, which is calcium.
That's right. They work in combination with each other. Now, there's many more practical applications of this CalMax formula.
Mm-hmm.
First of all, like I said, you drink it so it gets into your system.
Okay.
And one of the first things we use it for in our clinic is for people who are under a lot of stress and they can't sleep well at night. It works better than anything I've ever seen for people that have trouble sleeping.
Really?
Because it relaxes your body, and you actually feel the relaxation after you drink a cup of the CalMax formula.
Interesting.
Now the other thing that it's really, really good for are people who are in pain.
Okay.
And I have a whole bunch of stories to tell you and case studies of people actually taking the CalMax formula.
No. I'm just doing the Dr. Ring with you.
Fibromyalgia, which is a form of arthritis, back pain, muscle spasms, migraine headaches. There's a whole category of areas I'd like to discuss with you.
Wow, that's fantastic. Some of those things that you've named seem to be age-related or things that we experience as we grow older. Is there a link there?
Yeah, there's a vicious circle that I'd like to discuss. What happens is that when a person has a magnesium deficiency, specifically magnesium, they don't absorb their foods well. And so they go into what we call malabsorption syndrome,
Okay.
which millions and millions of Americans have. And it's not like you feel sick or, this or that. You might be, over time, just starting to feel more tired and tired and tired.
Mm-hmm.
And that's just a real gradual over time type of thing. And a lot of people justify that they're getting old and they just need more rest or whatever.
Right, that's what I would think.
Now what happens is that when you get less absorption, you actually increase the deficiency in your system of magnesium.
Wow.
And that starts to take the calcium out of the bones. You start getting bone loss. You start getting muscle loss because it also reduces the muscle mass. And pretty soon, before you know it, you are feeling old.
Yeah.
And your body's actually starting to manifest it.
Wow. All due to a simple lack of these nutrients.
The calcium, magnesium. Now, let me tell you, and it is simple. The problem in being a doctor and a researcher is how do you get this into the system? The formula that we have, the CalMax formula, is so fantastic because it's in a